Hi, everyone. My name is Michelle Blackwood. Welcome to another amazing live. If you're seeing one of my videos for the first time, please stay a while, like, comment, share, subscribe. If you're on YouTube, follow on Facebook and Twitter. And I'm so excited that you're here today. Today we're going to be making some breakfast recipes. Lately, I've been paying more focus and attention on breakfast dishes. So, which sometimes I must admit that I have slacked on. Some mornings I get up and I just feel hungry, miss breakfast. But guys, breakfast, there's a reason why breakfast is the most important meal of the day, and we shouldn't be skipping breakfast because we're actually breaking our fast from sleeping, and we need all the energy to help us throughout the day. And it's in eating breakfast. It gives us a good start for the day. It's good for our brains, and it's just good for the whole entire digestive system. Because if you think of our bodies work in a rhythm, in a pattern, in order. The circadian rhythm, there's a reason why you go to sleep, you wake up, you break the fast, and you need all that calorie and energy. And sometimes you'll find that it messes up the balance of your body when you skip breakfast. So I encourage you, if there's any meal that you're going to skip, make sure it is not breakfast. And today I'm going to be sharing with you some of my favorite, they're like long time favorite recipes of mine. They're easy to make. Why I like them, especially, is the fact that they can last very um, long time, and they're very nutritious, filling, and you can grab them, you can take them with you if you're traveling, and it's granola. Have you ever eaten granola? Let me know in the comments below, and let me know where you're from, where you're seeing this video from, and welcome again to our live video. And granola is easy to make. It's very customizable, so you can put whatever ingredients you want in your granola. Um, so what I'll be using today, I'll share with you. I'm using gluten-free rolled oats. That's where I'm starting from. And oats is very good for your bowels, for the digestive system. It's good to reduce cholesterol in the body. It's good for your heart. It's high in fiber, so it's amazing. And I make sure I use gluten-free rolled oats. I'm also going to add some seeds today, and the seeds of choice, I'm going to add hemp seed and chia seeds. Good for your bowels, omega-3 fatty acids, very good. High amount of omega and protein are in these seeds. So I encourage you to include them in your diet. I'm also going to add a combination. So I'm going to do not only chia, I'm doing a little flaxseed as well. Same omega-3 fatty acids are in it. Great for digestive health, great for making you feel full longer. So when you eat this breakfast, this can keep you for hours, at least 5 to 6 hours. You won't feel hungry. Like after I've had breakfast, this is going about what? Yeah, 5 hours, and I'm not hungry at all. So I'll have one more meal and then I'm good. Excellent for those who are on a weight loss journey like I am. So I'm really implementing this. So in my diet lately, I'm having a little salt, sea salt, doing dried fruits. And today I'm doing a combination of dried fruits. You could use whatever dried fruits you like. So here I have like golden raisins, regular raisins, cranberries. You can do dried cherries, whatever dried fruit. Apricots will be amazing in this. Whatever dried fruit, dates, chopped up dates, amazing in this. So whatever your favorite dried fruits are, and that's why I like this recipe, because it has the dried fruits and all the nourishing ingredients they can stay for long. So you can make this and it will last your family for a long time. So I'm also gonna add some shredded coconut dried shredded coconut. I could have done use small flakes, or you can use the big flakes like here. It's up to you what you use. And right now also I'm adding some, I like almonds. The almond slices of almonds that have been blanched and sliced. I'm adding almonds. You could chop your almonds. You could use whole almonds that has just whole raw almonds, and then you chop it up. That will be good too. I'm doing a little almond extract, vanilla extract, and I'm doing maple syrup as a sweetener of choice. This too is customizable. If you don't want maple syrup, you can leave it out because we have the dried fruits in it too. It's up to you. And I'm not using any oil today in this recipe. You can add a little coconut oil, avocado oil, just a little bit, and for more of a crunch, but it will still have the crunch without it. So let's get started. I'm going to share with you what I am going to do. It's so easy. I'm going to mix everything up, put it on a baking sheet, put it in the oven. Normally, what I would do, what I love to do, I love to make this at the end of the day. So at the end of the day, I put it in the oven, turn the oven at the lowest setting possible on your oven, and leave it overnight. In the morning, the most amazing toasted granola melts in your mouth. That's what you end up enjoying. So let's get started. So, first ingredient, my rolled oats, and I'm going to add my ground flax seed, chia seed with the hemp seed. I'm basically just adding everything in a bowl. Um, then we're gonna mix. I'm adding my dried fruits with, actually, the dried fruits I could have left them for the end too, because I think that's what I normally just leave it at the end. You don't even have to add it now. And then what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna slip this aside because I'm adding salt. I'm gonna add the salt to the liquid so that it can get well incorporated. You don't want to be biting into your granola. There's little clumps of salt here if it's not mixed in properly. So I'm just gonna add it, add the vanilla, add the almond extract. Then what I'm gonna do is just mix them together. Just mix so that the salt dissolves, or at least it's incorporated in your maple syrup. And I love maple syrup. I just love that nice, warm flavor of the maple syrup. But you can substitute with your favorite sweetener, whatever your favorite sweetener is. And let's mix this up together first. Just mix everything right here, incorporate it. Easy recipe, but tastes amazing. Just tastes so good. Just mix, mix, mix. And then we're gonna just pour the maple syrup and the salt, and smells so good. That almond extract just brings out all the scent and flavor and the warmness of this granola. And then all you're doing is just mixing, mixing, incorporate it. That's it. Easy, healthy recipe. And one last ingredient I'm going to go ahead and add because it's going to be toasted in it, the almonds. Look at that. So gorgeous, so simple. And there you go. Next, because I didn't add any oil to my granola, I'm just using a baking sheet with parchment paper. I'm going to just spray a little oil so that it doesn't stick. And then we're going to just add them to the baking sheet. That smells so good. Alrighty. And basically, you're just going to spread your granola out. That's it. Spread it out. Look how pretty this is. You don't have to buy store bought granola. Usually, the first ingredient, if you haven't checked it, when you next go to the supermarket and you look at a bag of granola, more than likely the first ingredient is sugar. Sugar. Yeah. And sometimes they put all these ingredients that are not necessary, preservatives and all. Why not make your own freshly made? This week, make a whole tray of granola, and I'll tell you how to serve it pretty. And I just usually press it. I usually get my hand down and and press it. And that's it. It's ready to go in the oven. I'm going to put it in the oven at 300 degrees Fahrenheit for about 25 to 30 minutes. I'll be back. Okay, so the next recipe that we'll be working on in a minute, I'll just get this out the way. Let's switch. Okay, okay. So the next recipe that we'll be working on is granola bar. So say for instance, you're going on a trip, going camping this summer, or just going away for the weekend, and you want to make sure you have something that you don't have to use a bowl and no almond milk, you don't need anything perishable to be taking with you because you don't know your circumstances. Maybe it's a long road trip, something that is healthy. Make your granola into granola bars, and then for the children, they love it in the morning. It's filling and it tastes amazing. As a matter of fact, I made a batch yesterday. My husband like, can you make this again? Can you make it again? So I decided, why not come online and share with you how to make a granola bar. I'm going the easy way, and all I'm going to do is I'm going to put all the ingredients that I have here right in my food processor. I'm just going to go. But the first ingredient that I need to work on is I'm using dates. I'm using maple syrup and dates because it's up to you. If you want to use dates alone, you can, because what you can do is you can soften the dates on the stove. You can cook the dates in a little water to soften them. I'm just dumping everything. I'm going to use the maple syrup and peanut butter. If you don't want to use peanut butter, you can use almond butter, cashew nut butter, or any of your favorite nut butter that you have. You can use it in place of peanut butter because I know a lot of people are allergic to peanut butter, but this tastes so amazing with the peanut butter. I stuck with the peanut butter. Peanut butter is a legume. It's not a not true nut. So it's still high in protein. However, it's high up there as an allergen. So you can go for sun butter. If you are allergic to nuts, just switch to sunflower seed butter or sun butter. You can make your own, you can roast it, and you can make your own. So, right? So I'm adding what I do first. I am taking out the pits or the seeds out of the dates, and date is also from the palm family. So I'm taking it out the date, the fruit of the palm, and sometimes you can purchase yours that are already pitted, but I always like to get the ones that aren't. I find that they're plumper sometimes and they just taste amazing. Okay, so, okay, good spot. So, how many dates I have there? One, two, three, four, about 6 dates that I'm using. There you go. I think I got a little, it's gonna get shredded in it. More fiber. This one. This one, I think it's a piece of the top. Oh, there it is. Just getting it out. Taking off the top of the stem area. I'm literally just putting everything in. So I'm adding my rolled oats, and I like the gluten-free one because in rolled oats, a lot of people who are allergic to wheat, they'll find that if they use regular oats, they can develop the same allergies because in rolled oats, there's two things that may happen. One, if the oats, usually oats are stored in silos. And when I lived in Virginia and areas like that, they will have silos, huge silos. I don't see that much down in Florida, and where they'll store different grains and soybeans and all that. And what would happen is if they store like wheat, because where we live, they would grow wheat one year, soybean another year, corn another year. And I never saw oats though, so I don't think it's grown in that region. Maybe it's not cold enough. However, what I did know is there's a lot of cross contamination that can occur when the different grains are in the same silo. So that can occur that a lot of times you find that the silos contain wheat, and then they come the farmer the next year or whenever they put oats, and there's some kind of cross contamination that occurs. Also, in the oats, there's a protein in it called avendin or something like that. Avendin is causes it acts as the same gliadin protein that is found in wheat. They're so similar that they react the same way. They react the same way in the body. So you'll find that somebody who's allergic to the protein in wheat has similar allergies in as the protein that is in oats. So usually though, for cross contamination, to avoid that, what you do is make sure when you purchase your rolled oats, it says certified gluten free. And there are many companies that do that where on the market, at least there are two or three coming in my head. So it can be found. You can find that. Are you guys hearing me? I just have to check because the last time we did the sound failed, and you know, technology and all that. And I can't tell. So buy gluten-free oats to avoid that happening. I'm going to add some of the maple syrup, not a lot, because I'm going to mix it. Then I can tell how much more. I'm adding vanilla. Okay. Then I'm going to leave those. I'm going to add my peanut butter. So I think the children who can have peanut butter, they will love this because it's going to have such a great flavor with the fruits and the nuts and then the peanut butter flavor. It tastes so good. And what we're going to do now is we're going to go ahead and we are going to, let's see. All righty. I think it's good. I'm adding it. If you have a sweet tooth. All right. Once it starts coming together, it's time for me to take it out. And it's coming together nicely. It smells good. I smell the peanut butter. If you're like, if you love peanut butter, the scent is amazing. The peanut butter, the vanilla, and there are other things that you can add to this. This recipe, both recipes are very customizable. You can add your favorite fruits, nuts, grains, whatever. You can do your own substitution. So it looks good. Came together nicely. And oh, smells amazing. Smells so good. Let's just So I'm just gonna, don't tell me, say this is, let's see which one, let's get this. Just gonna put this in, right? So good, smells so good. Alrighty, so leave that over there for now. All right, smells so good. All right, so next I am going to add the remaining ingredients, and then I'm going to use this container as a mold. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to spray. All right, because let's talk a little bit. A lot of people eat rolled oats raw. I don't touch grains raw. I believe that grains should be completely cooked, or at least they should be cooked. You could toast them, like what I could have done to speed up the process. I could have literally just toast the oats on the stove first to dextrinize it and then proceed. Or I could have just used granola. You could use, so say you made that granola and you have it, you could start with that as the base, then add the liquid, and then you could eat it more, you know, raw. But I don't do raw oats, so you never find me have overnight oats because I believe personally that it's just too hard on the digestive system, because there's a reason why the oats is dried like that. That means it's been dehydrated. So it needs to be rehydrated or broken down so that the sugars can develop more in the starch, can be broken down so that it's easier to digest on the digestive system. So if you are someone that eats a lot of overnight or raw oats and you're having stomach issues, there might be something that you need to check. You might need to come off it for a while and go back and see if that's what's causing the problem, because grains need to be cooked. There's a reason why you just don't go in and pick the raw grain, eat it unless it's in its young stage, like when baby corn, or that is tolerable, like the milky white stage of the corn, when the corn is freshly young before it's dried corn. Can't eat dried corn, so why would you eat dried oats? The grains need to be cooked, and that's just something that I just follow. That's what I follow. I cook my grains, and I found that if you don't cook them, sometimes you do end up with digestive issues. I've heard many people. So just want to put that out there. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to add dried fruits, and then I'm going to add my nuts again. So it's basically the same recipe, just a little changes that I've made to it. So, and then you're just going to mix it. And I'm just going to wash my hands again. I'll be back. I'll just wash my hands. Okay, so I'm back. So, just wanted to. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm basically just putting the granola bar in this container. That's it. And then I'm going to bake. Just going to press it down. Just press. So these are going to be some big bars. You can tell that they're going to be some really big bars. And when they're finished baking, then going to just cut them. As a matter of fact, I prefer to just score them now. I don't have a knife for you. I'll get a knife from here. And I just press them down. And just a minute, let's just dry off the excess. Okay. Just gonna clean up right here. Clean up. And let's clean up. It smells so good. And I literally just take a knife. Here's a big knife. Okay. And then I just score. So it's easier when it's baked to break apart. These are some big bars. All right. So I'm going to put this in the oven and I'll be back. All right. Timer. Okay. Alrighty. So let me know where you're from. Any comments, Jean? Anybody? Okay. Little bit? Okay.
Good to see you.
Good to see you. Good to see you. So who's saying that? Who's that?
So, Savory Thoughts says, Hi,
Oh,
Michelle.
hi, Mimi. How are you? Thanks for joining, Mimi. Thank you. All right. So I'm gonna make one last ingredient. We're just easy today. We're just easy doing it. Let me set up. I'm just gonna remove and put away some stuff and switch around. Get this out the way. So just bear with me. Just switching around. And I'm gonna make one last recipe that you can serve for breakfast. One last recipe. Tell me what you do for breakfast. Do you eat breakfast? And let us know what you eat for breakfast in the mornings. And or do you just skip breakfast? Let's see, I need a cutting board. Let's use this one. What do you eat for breakfast in the mornings? Let us know. Alrighty, as we set up. So what I'm gonna do is also another dish that we like to
Making
eat.
me hungry.
Mimi, you're hungry, girl.
And a lot of people say they're skipping it.
They're skipping breakfast.
Just like me.
Just I'm telling you, I used to skip breakfast, but now I find when I eat breakfast now, I'm telling you, I feel so much better because what I found was when I skip breakfast, because I wait so long to eat the next meal, I ate more. Like I'm more that pang of hunger will hit you, and when it hits you really bad. And like I said, if you were having any kind of digestive, do you want to plug it over here, Chief? Maybe, or this one? If you were having any kind of digestive issues, when you find you start eating breakfast and retrain, because if you think about it, our bodies, like I said earlier, is there's a pattern to everything, even in life. There is a pattern. There is a flow to everything. The sun comes up, the sun sets. There is, and we need to keep our body in that rhythm, the circadian. If you've never read about circadian rhythm, go read about it. Our body is on a rhythm, a circadian rhythm. And if we retrain it the way it's supposed to, because that's what the word is. What's breakfast? You breaking a fast. The fast was the last meal you ate the day before, then you slept, and that your body is fasting because you're sleeping, you're not eating, and when you wake up, you eat break fast. You're supposed to break that fast. And if you prolong it and continue, your digestive system is like saying, where's the food? Where's the food? You're releasing the acids and everything, and it's like the stomach is telling you, signaling the brain, I need food. You ignore it, and you ignore it, and it's want to work. So what that acid is doing, it can damage the system. So I know a lot of people skip. I've been guilty. I told you I've been guilty of doing it. But right now, I'm like, no, I'm not gonna be, because as when I'm younger, when you do things, when you're younger and you do these things, you can bounce back. But as you get older and you keep ignoring what the body is telling you, it catches up with you. It catches up with you. And, you know, people say we're all gonna die, but who wants to be in pain? The best death would be go to sleep, you pass away, you didn't know about it. However, who wants to be always in pain, always going to the doctor? Nobody can find out what's going wrong with you, doing all these tests. Who wants to live like that? So you want to live a healthier, happier life. It's time that we all start. I'm trying, and I'm encouraging you for us to get on this journey. I'm gonna do soy. I know people are gonna be like, soy is bad. I've heard that. Soy is a bean. So is coffee is a bean. So kidney is a bean. People, soy, oh, soy is bad. God made soy. It has protein. So I don't want to hear it. The studies that are for soy and against soy are almost equal. So that's what's saying it's up to you. Make sure when you buy it, it's not genetically modified, it's organic. That's what matters. It is a bean, and beans are good. They're high in protein, they're in fiber. It has estrogen, but it does not have estrogen from the cow. Cow estrogen, phytoestrogen are two different estrogen. They respond to the body totally different. However, if you have markers and you're sensitive, it's in your genetics that there is a history of breast cancer, I would say avoid it. But so, not only it, there's a lot of other food, if you look up, that has estrogen. It's not only soy. The main one is cow's milk. You need to get rid of the cow's because it has worse estrogen, because you were not made to be eating cow milk. Cow milk is for the baby calf. Okay? So, plant, that's what our body responds well to. So, let's continue where I'm going to be making tofu. I'm going to be making scrambled or tofu scrambled today. And this is an easy recipe for breakfast because it's gonna it's similar to you like you're eating eggs. And so when someone is trying to get off the eggs, this would be a great dish to transition to from to so I'm gonna make it a tofu egg sandwich. So while this heats up, what you're gonna do is the first thing you're gonna do is you're going to, can you see? We're gonna mash the tofu. So you get a block of tofu. I always end up getting extra firm or super firm because that's what I like. I don't like the soft ones because then you have to press it. You'll press it, get rid of most of the water. And I don't like the texture in that one as much. So I usually go for ones that are super firm. So and then okay, and I'm gonna mash it up and set it aside. What you can do right now is I'm gonna add turmeric because I want it to look more eggy. So I'm gonna go ahead and add to it a little turmeric for the color. And I didn't have to add it here. I could have actually added in the pan, but I'm gonna go ahead and just add it right here. I'm gonna add a little salt. salt. And why not add some little onion powder and garlic powder? I'm gonna make it easy today. I might not even use, am I gonna use, I might use, yeah, saute some fresh onions. You don't even have to saute the fresh onions. You can go ahead and just add the onion powder, garlic powder, salt, a little turmeric, and I'm just mashing it. Just mashing, mashing. All right. Mashing, mashing, mashing. Alrighty, and looking good. Looking good. All right. I'm gonna use, let's see, I might add some onions. Let me just add some onions, a little onion. Just a little onion to it. Let's add the oil, let the oil. Seen everything, Gene? Good. Add in some oil. And if I know some people just don't like tofu, you just have to find which way you like it. It's an acquired taste, but you just have to find which how you like to prepare it and and see. But sometimes I like to do this and then I like to serve it. Like today, I'm going to do it as a sandwich, but more sometimes I just like it with like roast potatoes or oven baked potatoes or some home style potato on the side and avocado, you know. So it's up to you how you like to prepare your tofu. Okay. Yes, guys. Uh, all right. So I know a lot of people have never tried tofu, but this soy is very versatile, and there are many women who go through menopause. They don't have any symptoms. Like I think I went through menopause already, but I don't know. I mean, I know in a sense, but I don't have no symptoms. Soy, no hot flashes and all that kind of stuff. Nope, 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 nope. And I'm so excited. It makes me feel like age is really just a number. Literally, because I don't think my age. I don't believe it's just a number, honestly, because I feel so good. I actually feel better now than I did 10, 20 years ago. Seriously. In so many ways. I'm here entertaining myself, guys. Don't mind me. In so many ways. Oh, I tell you. So I'm just adding some green onions. Why not? And then I'm gonna add my tofu. Smells so good. Alrighty. And basically, we're just cooking it. Cooking it. Smells really, really good. You're basically just cooking it now. Put it a little higher. I add a little bit more oil. I mean, I should have added oil. Add some water. I don't want the oil. Let me go get some water. Alrighty. Why not? I could cook the entire dish with water. I didn't. You don't even have to add any oil, or you could use even a little coconut milk if you like coconut flavor. That will go great as well. And I'm basically just cooking it, and then I'm just gonna like check the seasoning, check the flavor, make sure I like the flavor, and that's pretty much it. It's ready to add to your sandwich. In the meantime, I could have some gluten-free bread right there. I'm not gonna add. You can add if you want it. You can add some vegan mayo, whatever you like in your sandwiches. You can add to this. Avocado would be great. Today I'm going super healthy. I have some lettuce from my garden, my romaine lettuce. They're doing amazing. I picked them, and literally, I'm just gonna be adding lettuce, lettuce to it, and that's as soon as it cooks, and basically that's it. Do you have any questions? Any questions, please leave them down below. I'd love to hear from you, your feedback. What do you think so far? Are you going to try the recipes? They are amazing, especially summer coming up. And if you go camping, I'm telling you, the granola is an amazing recipe. Tastes phenomenal. I actually used to sell this granola as well as what I used to have this granola for sale. So and so I know it tastes great. Can't beat it. It's healthy. Um, it doesn't have any sugar in it, so it's a great recipe, and the flavor is great. It's good for you, better than a lot of that cereal. Ooh, the cereal that they have. First of all, the cereals, if you ever look at them, they say right there on the box that there's some genetically engineered stuff, ingredients in it. I'm like, they don't even, it's like in plain sight, these box cereals, sugar, 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 red 40, whatever this color, you name it. All this preservative, it's like you're literally eating cardboard. Literally eating cardboard. When you can make this simple granola, make a tray, you can make trays of it. Because all you saw me do is dump everything together. You could make trays of it and it lasts long, even on the shelf. You know, there's no oil in it. Lasts long. You could make trays. You could put them in the refrigerator if you want. Store them, and then that's the family's breakfast. That box cereal that you're spending all that money and buying, like you're spending all that money buying basically stuff that you don't know what's in them. Make your own. Always better to make your own stuff. Simple, easy recipe, and you can't beat that. And the children need snacks. Get them off of candy, 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 candy. That's why they act like candy. Candy. Healthy, wholesome. Granola bar. Go get a granola bar. Way better for the mind, especially. Um, yeah, way better. Especially if you want them to cooperate with you. When that sugar gets in them, you want some peace in your life. I'm sure everybody wants some peace in your life. You don't want anybody. God, you want them calming down? Get them off the sugar. Sugar, sugar, sugar. No good. Oh, that smells so good and looks good, smells good, and it is good. What do I say? Looks good, smells good, and it is good. uh, don't mind me. Alrighty. Okay. So we are going to put it together. Alrighty. Alrighty. So let's put some lettuce. Let's lettuce. I'm just gonna put. Oh, that looks so good. Looks so good. Looks so good. Yes. And then just put this on top. And there you go. Nice breakfast sandwich. And I'm going to be enjoying this a little later. Anyway, um, I could show you what the granola looks like. Well, I have some left over. I have some left over. I have some left over from yesterday. So here's the granola. See? Crunchy, flavorful granola. Look at that. This is from my batch that I made yesterday. Still have some left over. I made a huge batch and just crunchy and flavorful. Just dry so it can last long. Looks just like the ones in the store, but even better. And also, let's look at the one. Let's see. The bars, they're almost ready, but I still might just take one out so you can see. I'll still just go ahead and take and let you see what the bar looks like. Let's see, let's see. Ready. Okay. It's not gonna make me cut it out. I'll take out a half and show you. Because it's gonna break up. It's not ready. Oh, it's not ready. I thought it would be ready. It's not ready. And we don't have any leftover, but basically I took off a piece and it would be like a bar, just like in the store, and you get to eat it. But it's not ready, and my time is up. Thank you so much for joining us on this another amazing live. Next week we'll be on again to share lots of amazing recipes. So next week Tuesday, next week Thursday, around this time, join me again on another live. And for all this amazing recipe, please head on over to my website, healthiersteps.com, where you'll find all these recipes there to enjoy. And I'll see you on the next live. Bye. Bye.